The driver just turned his head as he drove but realized that the cars that were just driving in front of him had now disappeared. At first the man did not care, but what happened next was even more bizarre as the bus slowly drove out of the tunnel on the road. Not to mention the cars, even the toll booths were missing. When the driver arrived at the city center, he finally realized something was wrong. The streets that were once bustling with activity were now like a dead city. However, what's even more terrifying is that every passenger's cell phone has a full signal, but they can't send a message or even call the police, which also puts everyone in a panic. The man with the glasses had a bold guess that all the others had disappeared, and now they were the only ones left on the bus. Everyone is half believing, half doubt, did not say anything, but this was also by the red man ridiculed and even think he is not learning stupidity. But then David suddenly remembered that when he passed the 10-year-old tunnel, he blinked his eyes and realized that all the cars on the road had disappeared. When everyone heard this, they all remembered that everyone had blinked when they were traveling that distance. So David came to the horrible conclusion that it wasn't the people outside who had disappeared, but them. David even thought that the 17 people in the car had all died the moment they passed through the tunnel. This is even more unbelievable. Everyone wanted to go home to their moms, but for safety David suggested that everyone leave a phone number for each other so that they could contact each other in case of emergency. However, from the moment they got off the bus, horrible things began to happen one after another. Kevin was afraid that it was not safe for Anna to go home alone, so he chose to walk with her. But before they got very far, Kevin saw an eerie masked man staring straight at him. But in a flash, the masked man disappeared again. He just wanted to tell Winshawn about it. But when he turned his head, he saw the horrible scene again. Did he really see a ghost? He finally remembered his girlfriend's comfort and rushed there. However, on the other hand, 4 college students just arrived at the dormitory. One of them began to become pale and hesitant, but because they could not call out the phone. 3 people also had to go downstairs to seek help, but when they came out, they realized that there was no one in the brightly lit school. A few people have no choice but to return to the dormitory but saw a shocking scene. Just fine roommate now turned into a charred corpse. The 3 instantly scared the shit out of them and desperately ran out of